Okay, here's the second of our video series on what to do next. And we might as well stick with Dave Diels. This is another kit that I've had for quite a while. This was sent to me by another modeler from the Virtual Aerodrome website. Virtual Aerodrome. Dave Duckett sent me this kit quite a while ago, and I was in the middle of a pretty large project, and I couldn't get to it right away. And then, as I recall, something else came up that took me away from doing these projects. And when I did come back to it, I'd set this aside and kind of didn't remember that I had it. Sort of forgot that I had it. So, and then one thing led to another, and the kit is still here. Again, Diels Engineering. This is the Dornier Do335 Pfeil. It's spelled P-F-E-I-L. You'll know the airplane when you see it. Pfeil means arrow in German. So this was a Nazi war machine from World War II. And it comes with a nice set of, I believe these are water slide decals. I don't know if these were provided along with the kit, or if maybe Dave threw those in there and he might have had decals for a German aircraft, a warplane of this size. That may be him putting that in there. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. But we'll take a look at the kit. Now this is more of the kind of box that I like. So there's that. All right. So, without any further jibber jabber, let's take a look. Again, as with the other Diels kits, you get a lot of drawings, detailed drawings. Looks like we've got a propeller hub. This looks, well, oh, there's two, right? So both the, right? This is a twin engine pusher puller type aircraft. So we need a prop hub for the front and one for the rear. Nose block and tail block, looks like. This one does come with a propeller. You may have noticed that the F3F didn't have a propeller, didn't have wheels, didn't have a prop. This airplane has a propeller. Here's the canopy for the Pfeil, for the Do335. Just needs a little cleaning up. It's not scratched or anything, it's just got a little bit of well, it's been in a box an awful long time. And these parts are print wood, so this kit was released before Dave Diels has gone to, actually two propellers, of course, twin engine. Before Dave has just recently has begun the process of converting his models to laser cut. So this kit would have been boxed probably a long time before that happened. We got some strip stock in here that I'm trying not to break. Let's have a look at the drawings. So we got both wing panels. Got a front view of the wing and its dihedral. We got the tailplane. Two of them anyway. This airplane had a sort of a, well, it had a 4 tailplane configuration. Let me see if I can find the there we go. This drawing might help recognize the aircraft. So it's this monster right here. She was big. It was a large fighter plane. Even compared to the P-47, this was a big airplane. You can see the tail configuration was 4 tailplanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, left and right. You can't see the ventral tailplane here because it's behind the nose wheel in this illustration. But clearly here, upper and lower vertical, and left and right horizontal tailplanes. She's a big girl. So there's one sheet. Here's the other. Here's our fuselage in profile. This would be the actual size of this kit when it's built up. This is in 1/24th scale again. That's very large, and so it's a very big airplane. You can see the landing gear down configuration for the mains, landing gear nose wheel, angle of that slant on the nose wheel. And here's the main landing gear configuration and the doors. So these are the mains, this is the nose, strut. And wow, that's main wheel assembly at 2 times full size. So this is a blown up drawing, 1/16, or sorry, 1/12 scale. Just so you know, so I can see what's happening. Okay. This is how the canopy gets painted up. This would be from the front, looking straight at the front of the airplane. This is all you would see of the canopy. Kind of a greenhouse canopy. Lots of bars. And commonly, when you have a lot of bars like that, it's referred to as a greenhouse, as opposed to the blown canopy, teardrop canopy that you have on a P-47 or a P-51 Mustang, and so on. Yeah, so, all right. Well, there's the drawings. Looks like the instructions are just incorporated into the drawings, and I guess here on this page. Building instructions. Yeah, it just says follow the plan, basically. So, you know, these kits are a little different. There's less hand-holding with these than there is with a Gillo kit or a Dumas kit, and a little bit more emphasis on, you know, the builder's capacity. You, the model crafter, have to solve some issues with these. And, you know, I mean, if you've been doing this any length of time and you have some other kits under your belt, then it's less daunting. I wouldn't start with one of these unless, you know, you're going to build to fly and you're not going to add a lot of landing gear and whatnot. You're not going to detail it up, per se. You're just going to, you know, make the essential airplane shape and, you know, rubber band it up. So that's Dave Diels again. This is the Dornier 335 in 1/24 scale. And, you know, looking at that drawing again, you can see. Let's take a look at that. That is, you know, at 1/24 scale, that's big. That's probably the same length as that P-47 in 1/16 scale. So, it's big. There's a top-down view of the fuselage, side view. You know, we got everything we need here. We can, you know, to build up a decent representation of this enormous warbird from the Second World War. A lot of the aircraft that Germany was producing late 1944 into 1945, well, late 1944 anyway. Pretty wild designs they were coming up with. You know, their aircraft design between Messerschmitt and Junkers and Focke-Wulf, pretty advanced stuff they were creating. And you know, this is one of those. Just a real monster of an airplane. And you know, being as large as it was and being designed to be, you know, bomber, interceptor, and fighter plane, and it was relegated. I mean, it was used for ground attack. It was used in a lot of ways as a big versatile airplane, you know, would be. So anyway, here she is. This one's in the pile. You know, I wish I would have built it a while back when, you know, when I first got it from David, but you know, things being what they are, and time, you know, being the way it is, it just kind of got away from me, and it's been sitting here, you know, waiting to be built up. And we're going to get to it now. We're going to, you know, it'll be among the next, you know, round of builds that I do. So that's that one. And we might as well do one more since we're sitting here. I mean, you're here, and I'm here. Doesn't that make it our time, Mr. Hand? So this is an interesting one. Well, it's another one that I got from Dave. And again, from Dave Duckett. You know, if you want, go to virtualaerodrome.com, and there's a listing of the various builders, and then there's the site itself, and you can search for Dave Duckett. Actually, you can just plug that into your Google search, Dave Duckett aircraft models or airplane models, or Dave Duckett at Virtual Aerodrome. Type that in there, and well, you'll see what I'm talking about. You guys, really good, really exceptional builder. He inspired me to start doing the infill method of construction just by virtue of looking at the work that he had done on that channel. Good artist, a painter as well. There's some of his paintings are posted on that site, and you'll see those if you go looking around. So the F11, early Navy carrier jet, I mean early, the underpowered Navy jets at the time. And, you know, it's, I do have a canopy for this. How about that? You know, so it's interesting in a lot of ways. And then it's a Berkeley kit. Wooden wheels. Nice. Just the mains though, no nose wheels. That's alright. I wouldn't probably use those probably at all anyway. I don't think. So we have the engine inlets molded in clear. They'd be painted in the canopy here. And this one would be print wood, or actually it is die crushed. So we've got die crushed, we've got plain sheet balsa, and we've got strip stock, and we've got some piano wire. Something else in the bottom of this box. Let me see what that is. This is a very old kit, long out of production. There's the part that's missing from that. And what do we got here? Cardstock. Wow, they're including cardstock for me. Well, that's nice. I don't know. I guess these were in here somehow. Probably this way, so as to fit that rectangular. Don't mind me. I'm just noticing for the first time. I haven't really been through this box too much. I sent it up to another modeler who had the parts for the kit, but was missing, I think he was missing the plans. So I sent the whole box up to him so he could see how it was packaged and everything else, and he sent it back, of course, along with another blown canopy, a spare. And I think I have that in here. So, so I have a spare in case something happens or goes wrong. The fellow who did the work on that, Don at Virtual Aerodrome, has since passed away. And one of the reasons that I want to get this one built up is, you know, because Don helped me out on it by providing that spare canopy, and well, I want to, you know, plus, you know, he was a really good guy, helpful when I had questions, or if there was something that I was having a problem with, I could talk to Don about it, and he'd have an answer, as would David. You know, all good people. The modeling community, whether it's cars, trains, trucks, aircraft models, always very good people. You know, always willing to, you know, at least generally share information. and be helpful. So there's that. So here's the Berkeley Tiger Cat F11-1F. If you want to research this one, just it's Grumman F-11-1F airplane. You can find it by that. This plan has the short nose version. Don also went through the plan sheet and added for the long nose version, which is the one I was going to build. And there's some photographs on the internet of this jet done up with the shark mouth insignia, which looks really, really good on it. In fact, here, why don't I do this? If you can stand the noise and vibration of the camera, let's do this real quick. I have it as a screensaver, and I'll show you just what it looks like. So that's the one I was going to build right there with this kit. And you can see that's it's a pretty fantastic airplane. You can see how thin razor thin the wings and tail surfaces are. I mean, that wing has almost no cord at all. It's very thin, and so I can't wait to see how we lay that up that thinly. I might do the cookie cutter thing just to make sure I get the right profile, but we'll see what the parts look like and lay one up, and if it can be sanded into that profile, then that's what we'll do. What else about this airplane? Anyway, this is in the inventory and could be the next build. I do want to get to it sooner rather than later, and I've got quite a stack over here. But we'll get to some more on subsequent videos, but that's the two aircraft potentially in this video, the Dornier Do335 and the Berkeley out of production Tiger Cat F11-1F. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.